You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out.
Hello, welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. As you know, the feds released Bricc Baby's paperwork about a weekish ago. You know, he was the last of the people for their paperwork to be released, and we all assumed because, you know, Bricc Baby was done talking to them when he said over the wire, you know, I'm done doing what the police tell me to do, you know. So we're guessing that by him stopping the cooperation or whatever agreement he had with them is why they went ahead and released this to the public. Because as we know, the police like to take care of their confidential informants, or whether you're not an informant, but you're informing. You know, they don't like to expose you because that's dangerous waters, you know what I'm saying? And they know this. Luce Cannon gets a hold of this information about Bricc Baby, you know, saying this, I'm done doing what y'all tell me to do, which is weird to me, because why would you have to get a hold of it off the internet when you're cellies with this man and you could just ask him? And if, you know, Bricc Baby clearly feels like he ain't telling, he could have gave you an explanation, whether it was made up or not. I don't understand. But what I'm thinking at this point is that either Luce Cannon didn't care for an explanation after he, you know, got wind of this from off the internet, whether it was through his wife or whatever, however he got a hold of it. He didn't care for Bricc Baby's explanation, or whatever Bricc Baby told Luce Cannon, he didn't really care to hear it, because what Luce Cannon did is he kicked him up out that cell as a result of this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a lot of gray areas in here for us to assume what happened in between there. You know, let's just hope that Luce Cannon didn't, you know, put the woo-wops on him, you know, but I'm sure that would have been out already if he did. But anyway, we gonna get into Luce Cannon telling his wife all about this and how it was resolved and so on and so forth. Before we get into that, I just gotta ask you to press that like button. You know, I don't ask for a Chinese nickel. That ain't me. You know, share this with whoever you can, whenever you can. I truly appreciate that from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to this channel. I would love for you to do it now, but if you want to wait just to see if I earn it and do it at the end, that's cool. But just in case you forget, I got to remind you at the end. All right? All I ask you to do is keep your word. Last but not least, tap that notification bell. Keep you notified on any and everything we post on this channel. All right, without further ado, let's get it. Roll it.
Going on with you and Bricc right now because of the call, but obviously it was already scheduled. They don't know that we have like a plan of scheduling certain things. So whether you guys are on or off, you know, that was already planned, you know. So
Breaking news, he on my cell.
what?
So shit. So we let everybody else figure that out.
What do you mean he's out of your cell, baby?
All over the internet, we heard in the statement.
Okay, so are y'all cool or you not cool?
No, we good now because he clarified it. He said that he was talking about that he's in a custody battle, and then told everybody his paperwork talked. He was in custody. I mean, going through a child's custody battle. So when he was like, "I'm tired of the police doing something or whatever," It was because of the police. I mean, I guess the police was telling him certain things going through a child custody.
Oh wow. So people were taking that as if he was telling, but really and truly he was just speaking from emotions of dealing with them for his custody battle with the children.
Yeah, so he
Ah.
clarified that, got the paperwork and everything, so everything is good.
Uh-huh. So you kicked him out the celly because you thought he was a rat baby?
And
Oh my
and
gosh.
clarified everything like that.
So is he coming back or what's happening with that now?
Yeah, no, we good. We good now.
Mm. Okay,
Back in
so
there probably in an hour or two.
they're gonna put him back up in there?
Yeah, no, he's here now. He just moved a couple of cells over until we worked out everything. But yeah, he clarified it.
Gosh, y'all be just like 1 minute y'all cool, the next minute y'all not. 1 minute y'all cool. Y'all need to make up your minds.
Wow. Wow, loose cannon. Must be stopped. You gotta be with this part right here because it's like you're giving the feds more and more and more evidence and ammo to, deem you a violent person who should not be released, whether it's on bond, which is kind of unlikely for anybody in the feds, or whether it's, under any circumstances. You don't, that's the last thing you want the judge to view you as, because you can't forget there are still a lot of informants on this, on y'all indictment. You feel me? As a whole, with the rolling 60s, that's what they look for. Are you a THREAT against, law enforcement informants and or civilians? You know what I'm saying? And what Loose Cannon, what you're making it look like over the phone is that I ate with an H at the beginning snitches. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that don't look right in the court of law. That only look right in the streets, Loose Cannon. So you got to get that together, man. And I believe like you shouldn't go off of what you're hearing on the net, because now look what happened. You back cool with Bricc, baby, without even thinking. If you would have thought for yourself, you would have thought, dang, okay, Bricc is on wiretap, up in the AK on his girl, saying he was going to unalive her, on top of all of those other 3 or 4 Bricc cases Bricc baby caught before that, on top of the outs that the feds are aware Bricc baby was taking part in, the robberies. None of that is on paperwork. None of that is documented. So I believe Loose Cannon should have been questioning that before, allowing himself to. If you're going to go off oh, this dude's snitching, I can't have him around me, I can't have him in my cell, I can't be cool with him, just because he tell you that he let Bricc baby tell him that, yeah, the reason I said I was tired of doing what the police told me to do was because I got a case going with my child basically custody. Basically, this was like me talking to some type of CPS workers type of deal, some type of agency. I was talking about, not the police, not the feds. I was tired of doing what the agency told me to do. Well, guess what, Bricc baby? You didn't say agency when you could have clearly specified it, or not even specified it. You said the police. Thanks to Seti Nash for pointing that out to me. You know what I'm saying? Seti Nash, like, I never heard a person that's dealing with a CPS case describe it as if they're dealing with the police. I've never came across that. And that made me think. So do y'all think that was Bricc Baby whole? Because y'all know when things like that happen, right? If you're in a car in the feds, a car is just the group that you're in, the group you're rotating with. In this instance, Bricc Baby is in the rolling 60s cart, the Crip cart. And if whatever happens, whenever happens, you got to bring the paperwork and you got to show at least the leader or, everybody what's going on. You got to lay it down. You got to put it down. Do you think Bricc Baby's explanation to them was, yeah, man, I was talking to the agency, the CPS people or whatever the agency called about the child custody, man. I was tired of doing what they do. Do y'all think that was his cop out and that his explanation to the ANG with a G at the beginning? And if so, how y'all think that held up? Do y'all think he got, well, obviously it was okay because Luce Cannon said they cool now. So obviously some people believe in that, but like, dang, how y'all think that's gonna hold up? Like, because they can't be looking at the same thing I'm looking at, like, but even though I'm not the snitch busters like Whack 100 in them. If something is going viral, then I speak and report on it. And in this case, Bricc Baby is going viral for just all these cases he done caught and they done swept under the rug. And then he says that he's done doing what the police tell him to do, and then they release his paperwork where it's saying that, that all of these ain't none of these charges on there. You feel me? Like it does lead me to question. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. If y'all agree, disagree, in between. Along with it, please attach that like button. This lets the algorithm know that this video deserves to be recommended to more people. Share this. We already talked about it. Subscribe to the channel. You said you would wait to see if I earned it. And you said you would keep your word on hitting the button for me. You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, the notification bell for you to be notified on any and everything I drop. This is the self-proclaimed #1 celebrity news report channel on YouTube at this time, The Real Soda TV. I'm out.